All right, happy Friday. Hopefully everyone is going to have a great day and a great weekend. So this is the assignment from Thursday, April the 22nd. This is the practice that reviews all the TEKs that we learned this week, the reteach TEKs from 6th grade math. And so I'm going to go over each problem, how you would solve it, not the answer. And then once you watch this video, if you want to redo yesterday's assignment, which is Thursday's assignment, just send me an email after you've watched the video and taken notes to let me know that you're ready. All right, thank you. Students in Mrs. Goro's class must complete at least 40 hours of math problems for homework every week. The table shows the progress of 4 students on Wednesday. So Katie completed 4/10 of the assignment. D'Angelo completed 45/40ths of the assignment. Grace completed 100% of the assignment. Jonah completed 2/3 of the assignment. Which list shows the amounts of homework completed in order from greatest to least? So the biggest number to the smallest. And what you need to do is convert all of these numbers to decimals, which is money, and then you order them from the biggest to the smallest. Now, I need you to be aware, whenever you see a fraction like this, that means you're going to have a decimal because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. When you have 2 out of 3, you don't have one whole. 3 out of 3 equals 1. So if you only have 2 out of 3, it's going to be less than $1. Now look at this one. It's 45/40ths. So 45 out of 40, that's more than one whole because 40 out of 40 is 1. So I know that 45 out of 40 is going to be more than one whole. So it's going to be more than 100% because remember, 100% equals one whole. So put them in order from greatest to least, and then you'll be able to find your answer. Next, Alejandra had $600 in her checking account. So this is where you have a story and you create an equation. It's already done for you, but just so you'll know how it looks. She wants to spend part of this money on a computer. She wants to have at least $250 left in her checking account after buying the computer. So the computer is the amount, the T is the amount of the computer, $250 is what she wants to have left, and she has a total of $600. So remember, we learned this yesterday or the day before. No, it was like Wednesday, I think. How to solve for an unknown variable. Your goal is to get T by itself. What is the only operation that would get rid of the 250? Okay, so think about it. Think about opposite operations. Once you do that, I've noticed a lot of students having problems bringing your T down, bringing your sign down. Okay, and then your answer. So make sure when you have your answer, it's a complete number sentence. This is a complete number sentence. Some of you all just get the answer and like, oh, I got the answer. But you didn't bring the sign down, so you don't know which answer choice is the right sign, and you didn't bring the variable. Okay, so remember to do that. And the sign does not flip. Only when you divide and multiply by a negative number, then you would flip this sign. Instead of it going right, it would go left. But you don't have to worry about that, okay, in this problem. The area of a rectangle shown is 375 square centimeters. So the area would be the inside. How much space does the inside cover, right? So how do you find that? Remember you learned this in 5th grade or maybe even 4th, the area of a rectangle. So I need you to look that up. If you don't know, Google it, area of a rectangle, or look at your star chart, your 6th grade star chart. So once you find the area of a rectangle, I'll give it to you. Area equals length times width, or it could be base times height. Then you're just going to substitute the values. So the area is 375. So where you see the A, you'll put 375 equals, and then you have your base and your height. And you go ahead and substitute your base with 25, and you don't know the height. So now you're solving for the height. All right? So go ahead and do that problem and you should be just fine. You're solving for H. But make sure you plug in the area and the base and you set your problem up correctly using this formula. Number 4, which model shows two equal expressions when the value of x is 4? So you're trying to figure out if the left side is going to equal the right side. That's going to be our answer. But you have to substitute. Wherever you see the x, you have to put a 4. Okay? And then you're going to go ahead and add the left side to see if it equals the right side. Add the left side, see if it equals the right side. Add the left side, see if it equals the right side. Add the left side, see if it equals the right side. Okay? And you should be able to find your answer. Okay? Which situation can be represented by the equation y equals 74 times x? So there's a couple things I want you to know. First of all, you have y equals 74 times x. What operation is that? Multiplication. Okay? So that'd be easy to get rid of the answer choices that are not multiplication. The second thing I need you to do is ask yourself, what's the total? The total is y. It's not 74, it's not x. Okay? So now you're going to read each word problem. I really need you guys to try these, okay? Don't just give up. Okay? So A, B, C, and D, read them. And to see if your operation matches and the totals match. Okay? If they don't, either one of those don't, cross it off and move on. All right? So I'll give you an example. Let me do B. A restaurant serves a total of Y, okay, my totals match, totals Y, meals in one day, in which 74 meals are served during the first hour. So 74 meals, think about the cafeteria. This cafeteria feeds 50 kids during the first period, right? And then they feed X amount of kids later. How do you get that total? If you have 50 first period and you have, say, 25 later, how do you get the total kids that were served lunch? What operation is that? So ask yourself those questions, okay? Even though our total matches, our operation may not. Okay? All right. And you can do the rest on your own, but just talk yourself through it. I'll read it and ask you some questions, but I want you to be able to talk yourself through it. So C says a company manufactures a total of 74. Is 74 our total? Think about it. D, a restaurant prepares a total of Y. Our totals matches the pizza sauce from 74 pounds of tomatoes, with each batch weighing X pounds. So if you have the total pounds and then you have X pounds and you're trying to get the total from that, what operation do you think you would do? Okay. Are you going to be multiplying pounds by pounds to get a bigger number or what? So let's read A. A company uses a total of Y gallons, our totals match, of water at a rate of 74 gallons per hour for X hours. So if it's 74 gallons per hour, are you multiplying to get the total? All right, so good luck on solving this problem. Number 6, the graph shows the number of points Y a player earns in a balloon game based on the number of balloons the player pops. So the number of balloons popped, number of points. So if 0 balloons are popped, you see your dot there, right? 0 balloons are popped, then you get 0 points. All right, so our order pair is going to be 0, 0. Remember what I told you. Can addition be 0, 0? That means your X is 0 and your Y. So if you plugged in 0 for X, with 25 plus 0 equals Y, which is 0. Okay, so there's a key point I told you. Only multiplication goes through the point of origin, which is 0, 0. Only multiplication. All right, so let's go back. So number of balloons popped. So if you already know it has to be multiplication, then that should help you out a little bit. After you know that, you're going to look at the points plotted. So when X is 1, Y is 25. When X is 2, Y is 50. When X is 3, Y is 75. When X is 4, Y is 100. And when X is 5, Y is 125. So if you need to go ahead and create the table that I told you about to help you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 50, 75, 120, 100. And you can just say yourself add plus 24 or times 25, okay? So which one is gonna get me my answer for all? And it has to work for all of them, not just for the number 1, okay? And you should be able to find your answer. Also, remember an equation with X and Y only starts with Y equals, because Y is you and you are dependent. So it's only going to start with Y equals, okay? Number 7, Benicia graphed point G on the coordinate grid. She will graph point H at 5 units away from point G. So this is point G, and this girl is going to graph 5 units from point G, and let's see which one of these she would land on. Remember, she has to go 5 north, she has to go 5 south, she has to go 5 east, and she has to go 5 west. Okay, so let me just give you an example. Say your point is here. Each unit is worth 1. Each box is worth 1. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you go 5 boxes, 5 jumps until you get to your point. Plot that point, write out the coordinates. So it's 6, -1. So I just made this one up, okay? This is not G, I just made it up. So this coordinate is 6, 1, okay? Now you would go in north, south, east, and west. 1, 2, 3, 4, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you will plot those points in all 4 directions. Okay, and once you get your points, then you can ask yourself, do any of those points match your answer choices? Now, another student, what they did is they plotted the first answer choice, -4, 5, and when they plotted that, they counted to see if that was 5 units away from G. And that's how they were eliminate their answers. So you can do either way. You can start at G and go 5 in each direction to see which answer choice is correct, or you can use your answer choices and work backwards. All right, last one. The coordinate grid below shows J, K, L, and M. Which point best describes the ordered pair -2.5, 3? So remember what I told you guys. Any kind of negative fraction or decimal, it will be easier for you to plot it on the positive side first. 1, 2, 3. So we know that +2.5 is $2.50. So it's going to be here. So if I'm plotting that on my negative side, it's just the opposite. So between 2 and 3 on the positive, between 2 and 3 on the negative. Okay? That makes those a lot easier to plot on a number line. So your X is going to be -2.5, and your Y is going to be +3. So go ahead and plot that. Always start at your origin. Your X-axis is horizontal. If it's negative, go left. If it's positive, go right. And then 3 is your Y. If it's positive, go up. If it's negative, go down. And you should be able to find your answer. All right, good luck, you guys. See you Monday. Bye-bye.